Hey guys, this is Alex here doing another video, and I'm here on my hunter again, and just wanted to actually show about my hunter and just some things I wanted to talk about in general that a lot of people do forget about. And one thing I wanted to bring up was actually add-ons and the buttons in your UI. A lot of people don't think about it or have it set up differently or just maybe don't know how to organize it and never actually put thought into it. So I just wanted to do this video and kind of have a thought about it and talk about it and discuss it a little bit and show you how I set up my UI and my moves and abilities. So the way I do it in my moves and abilities, I put all my single targets, usually always in the front, and then my tech abilities right in the middle so I know there's a separation, then my AoE in the middle. Usually this last button in the on this row right here, I always put a special ability that's either going to help me or like my go-to button type of thing, and I put it right here. And that's just the way I have everything separated, so then when I actually need anything, I know exactly where everything's go to. This not might be the optimal or the best setup for, like, let's say like P versus P or anything, but I know for myself when I play, I know where all my buttons are and I know exactly when to be able to use them. The other thing is I do P versus P, but I don't have it any setup. I love the way this setup is just because I know exactly where to go when I need it and exactly for the right time. Some people like to double up on buttons, and it's just not my preference, but again, everyone, you should play the way you want to play and what feels comfortable, because again, it's a game and it should be fun when you're playing. It shouldn't be like a chore type of thing. You should make it the way how you want to play. The other thing is on the other side over here, I want to bring up is how I have this whole sidebar set up. This bar right here in this corner, I usually always have my food and everything else, and then some minor tech abilities like I really don't use all the time, usually for whatever class I'm playing, in this case a hunter. Don't really use these abilities a lot, so I just leave them over here, but they're available so in case I need them. And then I have all my hearthstones over here, or teleporting type things. So in this case I have a wormhole generator which allows me to teleport to Northrend, and I have it over here. So I have all these abilities to be able to actually teleport from A to B or whatever I need to teleport to. So whatever I need, I know exactly where to go to. On the top right, it's always my mounts, and I have them categorized where I have my actual repairs. So I have a way to repair, and then I have my carry passenger mounts. One on the ground, usually the bike, just because I like the bike looks cool. Of course, I can use like a mammoth, but the bike looks way cooler. And if you're going to be going somewhere, might as well go in style and have a little fun with it. That's why I like using the motorcycle. The other one is the Sandstone Drake, and it just looks like a dragon, and then you transform to a dragon when you turn into your mount, and then your buddy can just hop on you, or whoever you're with or whatever can go with you. It's just really good in general to get these types of mounts, so when you're building up your account or doing something, or maybe you make a spare account to help you out or anything, you'll always have the way to get to A to B by flying or ground, and they could just hop on your mount because you have them available, and it makes your character and your utility a lot better. And you can also, if you play with other people, it helps you out way faster and better. But one last thing before we get into the add-ons is this part right here, is this other little button. You see it says 2. When I click it goes to 1. This means this is the number 1 actions I have, and then this is 2, which is I set for my secondary actions. I love the way this setup is, and I use them for all like professions. They're not abilities, they're just items, and I put them all here: archaeology, fishing, all these types of things back here, things that I would be using all the time. And I usually try to leave these spaces open, but sometimes they can't. Sometimes I would put like person needs to be res if I'm a paladin, that type of move, revive, those types of things go right here, or potions. So see how clean the setup is and how it looks. The goal is to be able to know exactly where these things are, so when you're playing you don't have to worry about, oh man, where did I go, or I need to shuffle around, I'm not ready. This is how a good basic setup is, so oh, I'm ready to play and have a great time without any hassle. One last thing what I wanted to bring up, which a lot of people sometimes forget about or don't really know, or maybe just don't know how to use them when you're a new player, is actually the add-ons that we have. Add-ons, I for myself used to use a lot of add-ons in the game. I used to use like a map that would decorate this when running around. I would have all these extra things going on. I used to have one that adjusted the actual scaling, the size of these action bars. But I started realizing over time since then that I really don't need any of that. It was just extra, and it was just not even because it took extra stuff or slowed down my computer or anything. It was just not needed, I felt like. So now I have mostly whatever the game provides, and maybe like a few minor ones that make a little certain things easier, like the mail or auction house or something like that. That's all I really use, and my game experience is just as great as it was back then, and just the way it is now, and I love it. Plus, I don't use a lot of add-ons. I don't have to do a lot of maintenance for it and everything that isn't updated or anything. So, just wanted to let you know about add-ons and the way that is. So, if you ever need it, you can always use them, but they're always needed. You can have just as much fun as I am, or the way you're playing, if you want to use them or not. But I like using Healbot. Makes healing really easy when I use my other characters. Auction house, just to see what prices are and how it looks. And of course, the fan favorite, deadly boss mods. When you do dungeons or raids or something you don't know the fight or anything, these little add-on will actually help you out and say, hey, you need to get out of the way. Fire bad, get away. Those types of things. These are all the types of things I use, but everything else I don't really need, but it makes it fun, and then I'll be able to actually use. But the thing is, just wanted to go over this portion with you guys, because not always everyone thinks about and everything for it. But if you do have any questions or anything, or need help, or just want to drop a line, just say hi, feel free just to make a comment or anything. We do appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys are staying safe. And until the next video, you guys have a great one.